The Trostle farm is south of Gettysburg on what is now United States Avenue. The farm was owned by Peter Trostle. His son Abraham, Abraham's wife Catherine, and their 9 children occupied it during the battle. The 134-acre farm included a new frame house, brick barn, corn crib, wagon shed, spring house, and a brick smokehouse. Major General Daniel Sickles used the farm as his headquarters after he advanced his 3rd Army Corps to the line of the Emmitsburg Road on July 2nd. He was wounded in the field to the west of the barn, where a monument now stands. The Trostles were abruptly forced from their home during the fighting. They left dinner on the table, which was enjoyed by Sickles' staff. Like many of their neighbors, the Trostles returned to find most of their belongings looted or destroyed. The 9th Massachusetts Battery fought a desperate last stand on the farm. At least 16 dead battery horses were in the front yard and over 100 on the farm. Damage to property and real estate was estimated at $2,500 in a claim filed after the war, but it appears no compensation was ever paid. The Trostle heirs sold the farm to the Park Service in 1899. You can still see battle damage, including the famous shell hole in the brickwork of the barn. The Park Service uses the house as a dorm for college history interns doing summer studies at the park. On July 2, 1863, the Trostle farm, located about 2 miles south of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, was home to unforeseen destruction. During the struggle for the Union's left flank, Captain John Bigelow's 9th Massachusetts Battery was ordered to hold their position at the Trostle farm no matter the cost. General William Barksdale's Mississippi Brigade had just broken the Union lines along the Emmitsburg Road and engaged Bigelow's battery. The Union line made an ultimately unsuccessful effort to maintain their position on the farm and was forced to retire. Despite the death of many soldiers, the capture of 4 out of 6 of their field pieces, and the death of around 50 of their horses, the 9th Massachusetts stand gave the Union enough time to establish a secondary position east of the Trostle house. In the struggle, the attacking Confederate brigade strategically shot Union artillery horses to prevent them from maneuvering their cannon. This deliberate slaughter was not uncommon during the battle, as over 1,500 artillery horses were killed, many in attempts to cripple an opposing battery's mobility. After the battle, Catherine Trostle filed a claim for damages sustained on the farm during the battle. Her list amounted to $3,188 and included 27 acres of destroyed wheat amounting to $600, 32 acres of destroyed grass she valued at $650, and the loss of 50 chickens worth $12. In her claim, she noted that 16 dead horses were left by the door of the house and probably 100 lay around the farm. Even though all Union dead on the battlefield proper were buried by the Army of the Potomac before its departure before dawn on July 7, 1863, a July 10th dispatch to Washington by Captain Willard Smith notes that prisoners buried over 100 horses with the assistance of citizens and 30 rebels. Thus, the horses were among the last of the dead to be disposed. With so much carnage on the Trostle farm, one can only imagine the damage, odor, and health hazards posed by so many deceased animals. Even with all of this devastation, most Civil War families, including Catherine Trostle, had their damage claims rejected by the federal government. Of Trostle's claim, Major George Bell, depot quartermaster in Washington, D.C., determined that the losses sustained by the claimant in this case are in the nature of damages and are, therefore, not entitled to consideration under the Compensation Law of July 4, 1864. This law provided reimbursement only for civilian property damaged or destroyed by Union forces, not those victimized by Confederates or as a result of battle. In January of 1899, the farm was sold to the United States government for $4,500.